Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another video on Disney Dreamlight Valley. Just hang out here in my Fallen Fortress from the Storybook Vale DLC that I decided to make into a small castle town. This is still heavily work in progress. I did start some of this on one of my previous streams, but now I did even more off camera, and I've had so much fun with this. Just having those 60 points of rotation has made a huge difference. Like, look, I even managed to fit in this stage from the previous star path and have a nice angle of the castle in the background when I'm taking pictures on there. And I also made a little campsite slash excavation site, since there is one of the mining nodes there. So we actually got a new update today with a couple new features for the Storybook Vale, some bug fixes, and also a statement about PlayStation crossplay, because I know a lot of people have been asking about that. So they tweeted an update on PlayStation cross-save and hotfix news. While our team was optimistic about delivering cross-save for PlayStation players by the end of 2024, we are currently addressing technical challenges associated with its implementation. This feature remains a priority for our team, and we appreciate your continued patience. We've been so delighted with the feedback and experiences you've shared regarding our recently released update. To ensure smooth gameplay experiences for all, we are actively deploying a hotfix for all platforms. They then give a summary of some of the biggest bug fixes, but we'll go over the patch notes in a second here. But they do say to keep an eye out in 2025 for future cross-save updates. There's actually a couple of new things here. So for new content, added a recipe to crafting stations that players can use to convert snippets into storybook magic, and added a recipe to crafting stations to allow players to create a training manual for the snippet catching role. I'll show some gameplay footage of that in action later in this video. But yeah, that's really cool that they did this, because I was really confused that there was no training manual, especially for the snippet catching. Then for the bug fixes and other improvements, there's a few different quest-related fixes. Apparently, Maleficent could spawn out of bounds with a long invitation quest, but I'm not that far yet. I actually still need to get Mount Olympus and the Beanstalk Marsh. They also fixed an issue in reorder stories where it was possible for players to become stuck if they rotated a piece at the same time as placing it. Okay, I'm glad I didn't run into that one. Fixed an issue where the duty completed pop-up did not display the hotkey to navigate to the Dreamlight or Starpath menus. Yes, I was so confused about this when I was first playing, but yeah, that is actually good that you can use left on the D-pad to go to the Starpath menu especially. Fixed an issue where the menu highlight can be moved in the background when the more tokens pop-up is present on the screen in the event menu. Fixed an issue where the sticky traps can be placed in the base village and Eternity Isle. Fixed an issue where a memory would incorrectly ask for only 3 pieces to complete it. I've seen some people talk about this because there is a Sleeping Beauty memory in Storybook Vale where it makes it look like as if there's only 3 pieces that you need, but there's actually way more, because then sometimes when you got a piece for it, it would visually not show up. But yeah, this is what it looks like now after installing the patch, so that's good. I'm actually pretty close to completing it because of that exploit we had where if you used shovel varnish while digging in the Storybook Vale, then you could get tons of memories very quickly. Anyways, they also fixed an issue where the newspaper dress would not appear as intended. They fixed an issue where trumpet snails were not spawning. An issue where rainy weather would not water planted crops on floating islands. Okay, good. So that was a bug that they fixed now. Fixed an issue where players get soft locked into a first-person view. Oh my gosh, this was a really annoying bug. Though there was one night I played for like 6 hours straight on stream and I didn't get it once. So it was very random. Fixed an issue where the Frost and Fairy Starpath filter is missing in the Fur Trend wardrobe menus. Oh, I did notice that last night. That was a strange thing, but good they fixed that too. fixed an issue where wallpaper and flooring were not available in Scrooge McDuck's store. My issue is that there isn't any left for me to buy. So, yeah, hopefully that is actually fixed for everyone. Then, fix an issue where players' saves would be too large and cause an initialization error number 1. Apparently, this was specific to the Nintendo Switch version. I play on PC, and thank goodness I haven't run into that, especially with how well decorated my valley is. Fixed an issue where the winter swing furniture is displayed larger than intended, so they actually shrunk that down some. Fix an issue with the Edna testing machine furniture is positioned too low. Okay, I didn't actually buy that bundle, so I'm not sure about that one. Fix an issue where too many NPCs could be loaded in the village, causing lag. Fix an issue where a part of the Fallen Fortress was inaccessible. I've been playing in there so much because I was decorating it, but I'm not sure what they're talking about. Maybe it is just somewhere in the actual castle area by the trial that you couldn't walk into before, because otherwise I wasn't having any issues navigating this place. Fix an issue where the scramble coin board could become covered in fog. I actually did get that the other night when I challenged Mulan. I wish I recorded that, but it was kind of funny because the board was covered so much to the point that I couldn't see any pieces. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I backed out of it. And fix an issue where the red notification dot would remain indefinitely on the events tab. Oh my god, that was really annoying me so much. And thankfully, yes, that actually is fixed now. Fix an issue where some players would crash when entering their house when certain items were placed inside. Wow, that sounds really awful. Glad I didn't run into that one. Lastly, further fixes to remove additional dishes containing pork from Pumbaa's restaurant and favorite gift requests. Oh, yeah, I remember the previous patch mentioning that, but okay, they needed to do more of that. I ran into a pretty funny glitch with a restaurant order last night, not with Pumbaa though, but with Maui, where he requested rubbish, and I thought that was hilarious, especially considering his character. He'd never ask for something like that. But the rubbish recipe is from Eternity Isle while you're doing a particular quest, and if you fail to make something properly, then that's what you get. But you cannot make that normally, so I just could not fulfill his order. Thankfully, it was near the top of the hour, so then the restaurant patrons were about to swap out, and then I could just serve some other people and complete the Star Path goal I was in the process of doing. But yeah, hopefully they take that out of the restaurant orders as well. That's all the bug fixes, so let's take a look at the new content. So we do have the ability to convert the snippets that we catch into storybook magic, making grinding for those area unlocks a little easier. Though I was a little startled when I saw how many storybook magic things there were. I think they could have organized that better. But yeah, it's just basically because they have an entry for each individual color of snippet that you can catch. So it gives you 15 per snippet. It's not much, but at least it's not too easy to unlock all the areas now. But I think it could help a decent amount if you have many extra snippets already, especially the more common ones. And now I will actually make an effort to catch more of them, since, like I said, I still need to get the top 2 areas, the Beanstalk Marsh and Mount Olympus. The snippet catching training manual displays as one word in the list, so it looks a little weird, but it does work. But hopefully they can address that minor issue in another hotfix and not wait until the next major update. But there's the requirements: 5,000 Dreamlight, and 10 Bluebird snippets, 10 Pink Demon snippets, and 10 Green Frog snippets. So not too hard actually to make. If you don't know what the training manuals do, they are your ability to reassign a villager to a different skill if you change your mind. You do have to be at level 10 friendship with them in order to do this though. For example, with Belle, I had her as a gardening buddy for a long time, but I have so many of them anyways, and I feel like she's better suited to snippet catching, especially with this whole storybook theme. So I just went into the normal gifting menu and gave her the manual, and then that will activate this cutscene telling you that the role has changed. So with that in mind, they're especially handy for the DLC royal tools like the hourglass and the net you may get after you've already unlocked all the villagers and have assigned them all to different roles. The lack of a snippet training manual was one of my bigger criticisms that I brought up in my first impressions video, so I'm glad that was addressed really quickly and that we did not have to wait until Act 2 to get it. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this patch. Some solid fixes that were much needed, and grateful for the improvements for Storybook Vale. But that is a shame that for PlayStation players, cross-save is not happening by the end of this year like they originally promised. But I'm glad that they did provide a statement and that it's not canceled, because I was starting to think that it might have been. I hope that soon they can fix the glitch where sometimes the lights don't turn on at night. I'm still not sure exactly what triggers it, even though this glitch has been around for months now. But the only way to fix it, as far as I know, is to back out all the way to the title screen and reload your save. So that's the one that stands out to me the most at the moment. But feel free to let me know your thoughts on this patch in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching.